Ain't no empty, there's more where that came from, my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Why the gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more.
Back in September, the Panthers dominated their first matchup against the Saints. Can New Orleans avoid the sweep? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with their opponents. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
2nd and 9 now. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Fields. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 9 catches, 77 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Fields. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. To the air again, Fields. Steps away to his left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling, go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Why not? Let's go.
Rolling to his left. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Matt Rule, not a big fan of that last call, and he's going to go ahead and challenge it. So Matt Rule able to challenge that one successfully. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this team...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And down inside the 15 he goes. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Fields. Right back to Pitts again.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Fields throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A gain of 6.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, it's Fields. And he fires one incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he works free. They juked him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there. On first down, Fields. Flush to his right, toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second down and goal. Fields. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up third and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. Now Fields on third and goal. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. A shotgun snap, Fields escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive, nothing wrong with being electric, nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Fields throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Fields. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. To throw is Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking long for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Here's Cohen now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Fields. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Justin Fields, 30 yards, and the Panthers add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Kamara. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 2-yard line.
Mason. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ben Mason, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before. The smaller guy turned a little more power. They scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Ben Euro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown.
it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
This is caught at the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the left.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Fields on 1st down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Fields. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
1st down, Panthers.
To the air again, Fields. Right back to Pitts again.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw here. Gets this one to Morris.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Morris.
And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and they haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
You got it.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now it's Fields. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.